Hey there, Cancer. This is Joy with Joy the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe baby down below. It is free as always. Also, ring that bell and they'll notify you anytime I post new videos. Also, if you find you like the content we provide here at Joy the World, share it with your friends, your peeps, your family, your whoever, you whatever. Send post-it notes out, Instagram, Facebook, I don't even know. But help us get this word out, because the point and the message of this channel is to bring forth the energy of life around us, to level up, come in, merge with you and your dreams, to bring forward your best, bold, bright, beautiful self. I really want you to live in your best life. I want you to have that freedom of heart, that satisfaction in your soul, laying your head down to rest at night with no worries, no stresses, no fears. Getting the people around you that might be buggery, fuggery, all that good stuff messing with you, give it to them. Let them show up here and we'll have a talk with their little soul, and their soul will begin to wake up and step in and hear the truth, because that's what these are. These are not my opinions coming forth. They're sometimes sprinkled with stories of my life and my life experience, but for the most part, it is a pure channel of your energy, your love flowing right on through. With that being said, Cancer, hopes, dreams, and fears, and the energy of it, in it, and moving forward in it is what this week is. And this is the card of you. You're telling me you're ready to move forward in some issues of the heart, because it's funny, it was a Nine of Swords, but you're talking about that mind being your heart. Like, people hurt you here. That's what that kind of the side eye of the crab going on. It's like, I don't know how to take that. What you trying to say? What's going on? Is there something going on over there that I don't know about? Let me take a look. Let me see what's going on. And that has stressed and worried you to no end. It's withered you, worn you thin. I mean, like, your clothes look like tattered rags. Your soul looks like tattered rags. I say no more, baby. No more, Cancer. It's time for you to be fine. Feel like you have your shine on. Put your shine on. Shining from the inside out. Your radiance, your glory, your beauty, your power. Okay? The power of your peace and the continuity of self, not having to have those energies bumping up against one another, telling you to pick and choose. That's where the mistrust comes from. That's where intuitiveness can get you worn out, because it flickers between the soft insides of the crab, right, that are full of all these feathery filaments, so light and so airy, and then the hard carapace of the outside, right, being both the land and the water, having to navigate such seemingly disparaging odds to be able to come together and have the fruitful, restful life that you've been looking for. But we've got you covered here, okay? So you ready to take a look? I know you're ready to get to work on it, and I'm here to join you as one of the coins with your beautiful divine self, with your amazing, studly, masculine, wonderful self. I got men and women who tune in here, so I'm talking to all us, all you. And anytime you hear me referring to you, whether it's a male or a female on the card, that is you, Cancer, that I am talking to. And a little side note, if you're here cross-watching, that's the funny thing. This is still about you. It's about you, the person, not even translating or transferring it over to them, because we are the whole zodiac. And often we cross-watch because we're having difficulty or challenges in that situation with that person, and we tend to juxtapose people across from us to fill in the gap of our zodiac. But that's what Joy of the World is also about, filling in the gap of your zodiac, baby. So there won't be no skips in your records, no dents in your rims or your tires. So you'll be rolling and moving right along in your fine self and your fine dreams, okay? So I haven't done this for anybody else, but you're wanting an attitude. You're wanting to set the environment with some inspiration here. So let's get a look for Cancer. This is your read, baby. Oh, look at you. This is that sauce. This is what I'm talking about, feeling inside of you, because this is how you feel. It is those dual energies of self that have been beating up against each other. And if you want even more development and fleshing out in that area, you could tune into some of the Scorpios, especially from about 1 to 3 months ago, because they're having the same thing, the hard carapace, the soft inside, letting their stinger be a knee-jerk gut reaction, and yours is to mistrust, to distrust, to, in a sense, you bail, even though you're there externally, you've bailed internally, and that can cause divorce, divisiveness. That can cause abandonment of someone's soul, where you're like, I'm here, I don't know what you're talking about, I hadn't left you. But so that's what these undermining energies, they're these little floating veils and like cobwebs, in a sense, because like words linger, thoughts linger, feelings linger. They are energies. They're waiting for an entity, a body, to take them in and take them on and then act them out. Okay? So this is what we're aiming for. Did we agree? That's right, Cancer. Okay. So this is number 17, the return of your energy, of your divine self, of your dreams, not only coming down to you here. You're like, no, I'm ready to divine the ones that are within me, to wake them up, to bring the order from the chaos. Because to me, that's what a star, especially the 5-pointed star, is here, right? To me, the 5 of Wands is nothing about chaos. It is about where you've been, coming in, moving it and maneuvering it, or manipulating, meaning to move with the hand, moving it, forming it, and shaping it into something that is sensible, makes sense. Because especially if you're dealing with relationships or others, we are a 5 and they are a 5, okay? So it is a form of perfection. And that is know thyself. And that's what this card is talking about, the 1, the 7, the returning of your energy, of knowing yourself, what pleases you, what makes you happy, despite those energies, those divisions. So bringing you into the whole mind. Something was talking about the moon before I even turn this on. Nothing here, y'all, is all up around here about the moon, the moon, the moon. Regardless, let's dip in. We're going to get your hopes from the Lion Strider. Okay, babe? So, by the way, I love you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad we get to have this time together. Little chat, little talk, little salt, little pepper, little sun. Oh, I see you. I see you. Which one do you want? You want the top. Okay, so we're putting the bottom back. We're not even looking, and you're like, oh, shit, Joy. What'd you just do? That might be the magic. That might be the feel good. I didn't choose. I ask your spirit, all of you who show up here throughout the annals of time, whenever it is, your energies come together to make these choices, okay? I'm just the hands. So, okay, this is Hanged Man, but this is very lunar Hanged Man, and you'll see why. Can you see that energy, the reflection of the night? But this is also like you're bound up in your own mystery, because this is a tiger, and tigers are supposedly mysterious, which they actually very much are. They're the magic makers, and they walk between the lands, like kind of like the jaguar. The black jaguar can walk through the night unseen. It's often seen as the one of the underworld. This is the one of the upper world, having to walk between those layers of, remember, those cobwebs of those energies, waiting for entities, waiting for bodies to step into, and it has hemmed you in, and it's become like conflict going on here. Can you see the 3 staves holding it there? It's become a conflict, and you've been caught in your own trap of sort. And I'm not saying you set traps for anybody, because our mind can be a trap, like a Venus flytrap almost. Okay, so you run at me, baby. You run at me. Let me find what card that is you're talking about. Okay, Venus flytrap. You're wanting to know about these. So let me get something on that Venus flytrap that has you caught up here. That in order to be fed, you have to lure people in, you have to draw them in with this essence of who you are. Baby, that's worn you tired, has worn you thin. You don't need to think about anybody else but you. Your delicious divine self. Let's see. Come on, I see you. Thank you. Okay. So here we have the devil. And this devil card in this deck by Ciro Marchetti really has to do with the trappings of it just being too much. Just too much. So much so that you're trying to press in and really bring in your destiny, like you're afraid of missing it, but you're in the thick of it. You can't even see it because of all this going on, all these trappings. See it going around your mind, and it's filling up your hands, is taking up your time. Okay, it's got you distracted, because our hands have to do with the heart and the mind. The heart and the mind. That's what they have to do with, and it's getting you clogged up. It's getting you engaged. You're saying in unlikely activities. And it's got you facing the wrong direction. It's got you looking to waste product, to past, to consumption, to things that have been used up and utilized, like they're stripped and bare. Remember how we talked about your soul being worn thin? Quit wearing yourself out, but there's nothing wrong with you. You are not a problem. Every person, our body is not just water, it is salt water. Therefore, we are a solution. That is a conductor, okay? We're here as the solution to our own problems. So if you feel like a problem, or you have a problem, it ain't y'all's. Okay, that's what I've come to know, is we came equipped to be able to navigate and walk and journey through our own energies. This is development and this awakening of self. It actually should look and feel very much like this. Not like this, okay? Let's get you like this. Let's get you to begin to see it straight, and that you can dodge out of this trap and leave it, you see, where it belongs in the past, okay? So I'm going to leave you upright for now so we can begin to talk, because the hopes are what drive our dreams, and that is often what can trigger our fears. So we're going to get into the mystical dream tarot right here. Got the eye on you, baby. Apple of my eye. And let's see what this cooperative energy is coming in to help build you and rebuild you. All right, there's something you want to say, but you're not ready yet. That went on back in there. Maybe next time, Cancer. Hey, these are all timeless reads. Maybe you even go back to a previous one and check it out. They're pieces of the puzzle. You know how sometimes when you're doing a puzzle and there's this one piece that you're like, surely it goes there. Surely it goes there. And you're like, no, it doesn't fit. So you put it back. Sometimes even revisit them because it may not be time for that piece. It may look like something else that you thought it was, but it's a slight adjustment. Like there's anger and passion can run very close together, except one is unto destruction and one is unto life. Not that anger is destructive. Actions based on anger, coming forth from anger in the intensity of anger, are destructive. Okay? So if we take that intensity, that moment, and we give it the time to heal and to level out, to even out, to smooth out, then we have a great intensity of energy resource available to us to begin to take action on whatever it was that was perturbing us, bothering us. Sorry, I got a little head tickling me, flustering us, whatever. Okay, so Cancer, I see you. There you are. Baby. Now, I love it that you get this from this deck. I think y'all have gotten it before. This is the sun. This is the sun, and to me, it's the balance of the lunar and the solar. So, in the channel of Joy of the World, they often talk through me about you becoming perfect and whole. You already are, but like knowing the mind becoming whole, the three layers of the mind, the unconscious, the subconscious, and the conscious mind, the two halves of the mind, the poles of our mind, all that, you can see it's all being worked here. Look at you. Look at you. And that's at the heart of your desire. This is literally, you're showing me, this is like looking down from here. Can y'all see? So it'd look like this. You see what I'm saying? This is like the center channel of self. And you're talking about the layers of your energy channels and their interplay and inner workings with one another. So you're doing a tremendous amount of energy work during this session that we're having right now. Not beaver type energy. No, this is a facilitative energy that you're allowing the energy of the earth to move through you. That's a lot of energy, y'all. Yes, I'm aware of that. But it's percolating from the earth because a lot of earthing and grounding that is actually necessary in this day and age is sitting on the ground, laying on the ground, not just walking on the ground, because that's not enough. It's often it's creating more of an like a dialogue. It's like a slight arguing. If you're already out of balance, it can create more of that and add to it, as opposed to when you sit and you receive, when you lay, when you receive, and it's just infiltrating and moving up through you. And that's what you're showing me, is awakening your passion. Being able to take a little reflection time, which we're heading into that cozy season. If you're here in the northern hemisphere, we'll be stepping into October, into this cooler weather, into the fall, into the autumn. Time of reflection, time of ease, like when it gets dark earlier and you're able to perceive more of these energies that have been going on. Because what you're showing me in the very center here in the eye is your earth. It is your world. The apple of your eye is your hearth and your home. It's what is immediately around you, your immediate community, your home, your car, your life. Some of you, oh, my nose is itching. You're like, keep going, Joy. Your closet. Okay, for some of you, it's being able to do away with old clothes, old reminders. Remember these old trappings that have you caught in seeing yourself in a particular way. Some of those trappings of the mind were those energies, those thoughts, those cobwebs, those feelings, maybe spoken and unspoken words that others had expressed to you, that you had expressed in return. I mean, just go around, ring a bell. I'm telling you, the fastest way to clear a space of energy is to ring a bell. Another quick way is if you have a clear crystal pendulum. If you don't, I mean, stick a shell on a string, tie a washer on a string, whatever. And you can imagine having this glass. You could put water in it. You could just keep it empty, put a crystal in it, and you just begin to hold it, and you draw energy from the room, because as it begins to spiral and move, and you imagine it drawing out any negative energy, and not negatively charged, because negatively charged energy can actually be positive, but nasty, gross, mean, cruel, diminishing, demeaning, those type of energies, right? That kind of a mindset that it draws together like dust does to a duster. And it's pulling it in and it's putting in the glass. You don't have to hurry and try and cover it. It's not going to escape because you're trying to contain it, okay? And then you can walk it out and you can set that glass out in the sunshine. You can walk out and blow in it and imagine it dispersing not as nasty, not as dust. Imagine that you're blowing a little puffer, a little dandelion, a little wisher, and you're dispersing these wishes and dreams. They had just gotten caught and trapped and seen for the worst, and they had kind of like gotten like this. Okay, this is still you. This is still you. This is you. Okay, and this is you releasing them into the environment. So you see what I mean? It's that shift point of the mindset, of the mind's eye, of the self. Bringing in the balance of your solar and your lunar between what your truth and your reality. Okay, so with that, we're going to step into the fears, which is the New Era Tarot deck. It's a very fantastic portrayal of our modern society and life. Did something just happen? Okay, if not, it is that card. Because I heard you. No, there you are. Okay. We're going to put that back. Yes, I know. Lots of secrets. You're like, take a look, Joy. Remember that double mind. Remember that thing getting all caught up on you. Remember all these trappings. It's funny that they're doing it because me, myself, honey, I could be all like, well, let me check and see. And they're like, just don't even, not even 2.2 seconds wasting your time. It all adds up in the end, y'all. Okay, so let's look. Okay, so the fears, these are logical, real fears. They're, y'all, I don't like to name call. You're talking about an old biddy, like an old biddy mind, like neep, 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 him pecking at you. You know, it's just wearing something down. It was interference. And that began to diminish and demean very much. That those sets of words keep reiterating and repeating. And this could have a lot to do with checking out the Gemini reading as well as Sagittarius when it comes around in Jupiter. Okay, because this has a lot to do with your expansion. Remember, wanting to change out the old for the new, wanting to be able to go buy the clothes that you desire to dress your new self, to be able to express yourself in the environment around you, to clean and clear out some of the old trappings, to move them on. Because you know they're not wasted, they're not poor goods, but they're need to be in someone else's environment, new to someone else, because they're old to you, they're weary to you, they've been seen with that mindset, and you're ready to remember this. You're ready to express yourself in a more frivolous type manner, and that doesn't mean just squandering. Frivolous is a little bit more lighthearted. See, it's more youthful, childlike, playful, that type of thing. It's very innocent and high heart type energy. So with this interference, let's see, what do I want to get? I want to get a credit card. I didn't have this planned, so let me dig. I got to pull them out and separate them. Okay, from the runes. Well, a rune came in as a piggyback. It came as a piggyback. So I've got to read both sides, y'all. And this is just bugging me. Even though I love it, it says, I am happy, I am healthy, and I am free. That's my reminder to tell myself every day. So for now, it is talking about quick step, integrate, steadfast, haste, accelerated growth, and self-deception. So these were those old self-deceiving thoughts, those, the side eye of the crab of like running along and trying to see it from two different perspectives. And that's what's tough, is you have one perspective. Okay, that's why Joy of the World, this channel is here, is so that I can offer you the perspective that I'm seeing through your eyes, through your point of view, as a different life experience, of a different trajectory, having come from a different place, to be able to afford you that opportunity, that it can reinforce and confirm other experiences that you've been having, and provide resonance for your soul and your spirit as to what to do and how these apply, okay? So that's why this is stepping out, exposing itself, because in this case, this fear is a blocker. There can be fears that are guides, but this one is almost like when you have to wait for that to come up, for the draw arm to come up from the train. It really has more to do with, like where I live, we have toll bridges, and something's needing to be paid or exchanged. All right, and that was this energy going on here. Okay, so make the exchange, and then that's funny because it is gateway. So the gateway opens then to new horizons, expose, contemplation, review, examine, non-action, and transform. So it's really hovering and circling. It's highlighting contemplation, and it's circling transform. So it's good that we're stepping into this new season, this time of reflection and contemplation. Give yourself permission to see what is old and distasteful to you, what no longer resonates and vibrates for you, things that you might have chosen, because so-and-so would like them, and let me put this there because that goes with this, and before you know it, it's that whole big sticky web, okay? Begin to look at it like it was when you're, going into college or fresh out of college or around those first years of your new place, and you're like excited, and you're like, oh, expressing yourself and feeling free to experience the moment. That type of energy. So with that, I want a credit card because that's what we were going for. Let's get a credit card for this gateway, this transformation. The transformation for Cancer. There you are. Okay. Oh, baby. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look. Sweet delights. And that's about love and communion coming together here, about finding the like-mindedness, the light heart, coming from the same place, the same origin, like the same love language, or maybe somebody who understands all the love languages. So they come from that same place of understanding, that same heart resonance, the same values, the same mindset towards how you perceive others in the world around you, that type of thing, of what feels comfortable to you, what you will and won't put up with around you, that type of energy. Although we shouldn't be put up with nothing. That's right. We don't have to expose ourselves to that. Okay? Anyways, so let's get into the energy carrying you forward, or the energy that you're wanting to meld and tie this together. I knew you were getting there. Two of Cups. I knew you were getting there. Look at those lips. You're like, there's more than that, Joy. I'm like, you better stop, people. You see, that alone lets you know that I'm just the microphone and y'all are the speakers, okay? So look at that. Talk about the red and the white passion. This is what you're talking about here. It's about living in your truth. This is dynamic truth. This is expressive truth. This is no holds barred. Because there is no fear element anymore. There is no old and past in the dust and being caught in those trappings of energies that you weren't even realizing were tangled and tethered into your life source, into your life being. So this is you being able to move forward in your blood, sweat, and tears, hopes, dreams, and fears. It all comes together in the force of these stars. Moving into this energy, this is a very facilitative Two of Cups. It's a very good union coming in for you, this connection, and not only with others. That's something when y'all make my eyes itch. It says you're going to see it. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. Put your finger on it. You'll be able to see it. Okay? So get that out of your mind about wondering, well, is it just going to be esoteric, and is it something that's in the nether, world, and I'm just all up here? Just like this. James Brown said, make me want to kiss myself. It's going to straight up be within your reach, within your touch, within your grasp. And it's going to wake up inside of you first. That there's such a satisfaction when you look in the mirror, when you see yourself, when you move about, you're going to feel like yourself, like your skin was perfect made, tailor-made for you. There's nothing crowding it out or edging it out anymore inside. No more competition, no more disparaging energies constantly nagging and wearing at you. So, I'm going to get you a to-go card, like a goodie bag to go. All right. So, this is 16, Merak. Embrace oneness with the universe. What's interesting, you can see her treading barefoot here. Remember how we were talking about finding your place to sit in the earth, to lay in the earth, find out whatever it is, stargaze, talk about these evening energies to reflect and relax. You could sit in your swing, but also take time, if you're in your swing, then to put your feet on the ground, okay? And imagine that you're just releasing and receiving. It's not just about walking about, it's about sitting and resting and being that open, receptive, reflective type energy. And this brings you into unity with another, okay? This is that unifying energy. Being able to relax makes room for another to join you in your world, in your heart, and in your home, okay? So, hey, leave me comments down below. Let me know what's going on in your world, friends. I love you. I look forward to having you back here real soon.